So there's this rudiment that every young pro drummer uses, and not just the younger generation of drummers. A lot of the older guys make use of this rudiment too. And some of the drummers that make use of this rudiment are guys like Tony Taylor Jr., Xavier Ware, Kwesi Robinson, and a lot of other drummers. I'm not going to mention all their names. And the rudiment I'm talking about is the 5-stroke roll. But here's the thing. A lot of drummers either do not know this rudiment, or they do not know how to be creative with this rudiment like these guys are. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how to be creative with this rudiment, how to think wildly like these guys do. And I'm also going to be showing you one very special thing that I use this 5-stroke roll to do. So make sure you stick around to the end so you don't miss anything in this video. So first off, if you don't know what the 5-stroke roll is, or you don't know how to play it, it's simply 5 notes. Just as the name implies, it's just 5 notes. So we have right, right, left, left, right. So I'm leaving accent on the last note. Most times they play it between the 2 hands just so we can have an alternating hand lead. So together it sounds like this. So if we're to build speed with this thing gradually, it's going to be something like this. So gradually. Now, that was a very basic application of this rudiment, and it's obviously not what these drummers make use of, but you can have fun with that. Now, what we're going to be doing next is we're going to be playing this 5-stroke roll in groups of 5. So that means we're going to be playing this 5-stroke roll repeatedly without any space in between them. What is going to happen here is at some point you're going to feel like you're going off the timing, but when you play it a certain number of times and just make up for the end with some few notes, you land on the one, and it's always very beautiful because what it does is it kind of throws everybody off balance. It seems like you're going off, but surprisingly you're back on time. But you need the metronome to understand this one.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2.
So if you're wondering how that was possible, I'm going to explain that, but if these theoretical parts bore you, you can just skip. But I advise you understand what happened there. So we played in 16 notes, right? And then we played it for 2 bars. Do you understand? So if we're playing 16th notes for 2 bars, how many notes should it be? No matter what you're playing, even if you're playing a 5-stroke roll or 6-stroke roll or 7-stroke, whatever thing you're playing, it's going to be 32 notes. So what did we do? We played the 5-stroke roll 6 times and added 2 strokes at the back of it. So that gives us 32 notes, completing the 2-bar fill. If we're to play it for just 1 bar, it's going to be, we'll play the 5-stroke roll 3 times, that gives us 15, and then 1 more to complete the 16 notes that are required for 1 bar to be completed.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So now that we've gotten that out of the way, I'm going to be applying my first rule for creativity. And what's the first rule? Ignore the rules. So we're not starting from the beginning as the rudiment is written. We're going to be doing some displacements. We're going to be substituting some notes. And the essence of this is to allow us to have so many variations of things to play around on the kit. So the first one we're going to be working with is this pattern. It is right, left, left, kick, kick. And yes, it's still gotten from the 5-stroke roll. And it's still a 5-note pattern, right? We're going to do a lot of magic with this and a lot of things like this. So we have... So that's the first thing you can do. You can play it on your snare drum. The next thing we can do now is take your right hand round the toms. So you see how nice it sounds? I told you today I'm going to be giving you guys a lot. So next thing you can do with this same pattern is you play around it now. We'll mix up playing just on the snare with playing with the toms. So we have something like this. next pattern is right, left, right, right, left. You see, so we have, but the beauty of this one is we're going to allow every right hand note to be assisted by the kick. So it's going to be, see, so what I'm doing there is I'm adding accents to those last two notes there. Not the last two notes, the last note and the first note. So faster. So the next orchestration we can do with this particular pattern is we can go between the hi-hat and the snare drum. See how it's going to sound. So something similar to what we just did between the hi-hat and the snare, we can do it between the hi-hat, snare, and the floor tom. Yes, sounds very crazy. So speeding that up. And what you can also do, you can take this whole thing into a full solo. Just with this idea, you see how a solo can be built. Something like, so this is another one I used a long time ago in one solo, and a lot of people requested for breakdowns from it. So here's the breakdown. I think I've done it before. So something like this. Still the same thing. So this next one I'm going to be showing you guys, there's a funny backstory to it. In fact, on the morning I was planning this particular video, I just went on IG just to prove myself correct that a lot of drummers are making use of this rudiment. And I was like, I'll definitely find a drummer that uses it and I'll break it down. And the first thing that popped on my IG was from Kwesi Robinson. And so we had something like this. So it's a 5-stroke roll pattern that I did not know about. I've not used it. I've not tried it before. But once you hear 5-stroke roll patterns, you can always tell. Once you hear 5-note groupings, you can always tell. It's basically right, left, kick. So and also, if you're feeling creative, you want to do a lot of things, just like I always say, be free with your orchestration. You can try out 2 more extra things. Let's do this. See, we leave this thumb alone and just focus on this one. So the next thing we can do, now we add our floor tom, can try So So this one is a lot similar to the first pattern that he did. So now this next 5-note grouping we're going to learn is from EJ Fanning. Very amazing stuff. And it sounds something like this. So this is really crazy stuff that I myself have not been able to get it up to speed, because there are two ways I've been trying it out. If you notice, he was playing something like this. But I was also trying to play it like this, because this way just didn't seem to work for me. But any way that works perfectly for you, I'll show you what it is. Let's do it very gradually together now. So I'm sure you did enjoy this lesson. If you did, hit that like button, drop a comment, and I'll see you in the very next video. Peace.